In this video, I am going to explain multiple turning cycle. The aim of the session to familiarize the students about multiple turning cycle. Instructional objectives. This session is designed to able to demonstrate a comprehensive understanding of the process by accurately identifying and describing each stage involved, including the tool selection, workpiece setup, and the sequence of machining operations. Learning outcomes. At the end of the session, you should be able to articulate the key principles and concepts underlying the multiple turning cycle, the ability to select appropriate cutting tools, set up the workpiece, adjust machine parameters, and execute multiple turning operations effectively. So, multiple turning cycle is a technique used in CNC programming where multiple operations are performed in a single setup. It involves the use of various cutting tools and machining parameters to perform a series of turning operations on a workpiece. By combining multiple operations into a single cycle, significant time savings can be achieved, leading to increased productivity and efficiency. So, in the manufacturing of shaft components, multiple turning cycle can significantly streamline the production process. Operations such as facing, rough turning, finish turning, and chompering can be combined into a single cycle, resulting in reduced setup time and improved productivity. By carefully planning the sequence of turning operations and implementing a well structured CNC program, manufacturers can optimize the production process and achieve the higher productivity. Now, let us see that what is the syntax you are using for multiple turning cycle is G71 U and R and G71 P Q U W F S. Now, let us see that what is U and what is R. U is the depth of cut and R is retract height, and the second block P is the contour start block number and Q is the contour end block number. W is or U is finishing elements in x axis and W is finishing elements in z axis, and F is feed rate during the 71 cycle and S is the spindle speed during the G71 cycle. This is the main syntax we are using to write a multiple turning cycle program. Now, let us see that so this is the object we are going to machining. In this shape we want to machine, then you can use the multiple turning cycle and you can write a part program. Now, you can see that this is the portion of the stall where the starting point from the reference point bring the tool to the starting point. Here I define the starting point is 210 and the tool will move from this fashion. The tool will move and come back and coming to this starting point, again it will move. So, whatever the depth is given, in the depth it will go on repeating. This material is removed, and finally you can see that the finishing elements we are left over, and that finishing elements is removed in the finishing cycle. Now, let us see the program. N10 G21 G98. So, G28 U0 W0, this block the controller will tells that it will go to the reference point or home position, and M06 T02 the tool change to the number 2 and spindle starts rotating with the speed of 1000, and G0 X40 Z2, this is the X40 Z2 is the entry point. Then you can use a G71 U2 and R1, this is the multiple turning cycle, and G71 P45 Q60 U0.5 W0.2 and F80, and these 0.5 and 0.2 are the finishing elements which are removed using the finishing cycle. Okay, now this is a rough turning cycle is completed. Then go to the G01 Z minus 30, then X60 Z minus 60. So, this is the actual contour we want to make the multiple turning cycle, Z minus 80 and X100 Z90, okay, and 65 G70. So, this block the finishing block is start from 45 to 60. Now, you can see that starting block number is 45 and finishing block number is 60. So, between 45 60 the multiple times the turning is taking place. Once completed, all the material is removed except the finishing allowance material, then come to that finishing cycle. G70, P45, again it will goes to the same path, P45 to P60, the P45 to Q60, and the speed, if you want finishing cycle you can vary the speed or you can use the same speed, that depends upon the material and the cutting tool you are using. So, F45 is the feed. Then after completion of this turning cycle, the again tool sent to the reference point G28, U0, W0 and M05, M30. The spindle, stop and rewind. Now, let us see the self-assessment questions related to this cycle. So, what is the purpose of the M code in multiple turning cycle? So, now you can see that these are options are given to initial tool changes, to control the feed rate, to define the workpiece material and to activate coolant flow. See the answer is to initiate tool changes. The second question, which G code command is often used to initiate a multiple turning cycle in a CNC program? The answers are G15, G35, G55, G75. These are the options are given. Now, see the right answer is G75. Now, you can see that some terminal questions related to this cycle. Describe the procedure for retracting the tool at the end of multiple turning cycle. How can you customize multiple turning cycle to accommodate workpieces with varying diameters or material properties? Explain the significance of tool nose radius compensation in multiple turning cycles and its effect on tool path accuracy. So, these are the reference books and the websites. Okay, thank you.